Alright, gonna play a little Baseball Max by Strat-O-Matic Baseball. I'm gonna play the 61 Yankees season. The 61 Yankees are struggling in my replay. They have not been able to score runs, and they are 7-8 through 15 games. They just lost a 2-1 game that they had chances in, but they just could not get the big hit. So Mantle's been hitting, not so much home runs. He does have three, but he's hitting for a decent average. Maris has four homers, but he's not hitting really much at all. He's under 200, and they've been losing a lot of low-scoring games. So here we go. We're going to have Turley and Ramos, and they're going to try and get back to 500 in this game, and we will see what happens. And we are going to get going. I got to get the cards up on the screen. And Tony Kubek is in the batter's box. Pedro Ramos with a 5 ERA coming in here. Kubek batting 267 with no homers. And we are going to get going here right away. And that's a base hit to center field for Tony Kubek. He is an E-stealer. Runner on first. Nobody out for Hector Lopez. And the Yankees just haven't been able to string hits together. They're trying to turn it around, and there's a double play grounded, and that's that. We're going to have to try and start creating some stuff. Lopez was a C on hit, run, and bunting, so I decided to let him swing. Maris up with two out and nobody on. He's hitting 185. He does have the four homers, but they're going to need a lot more than that from him to turn this around. And there's a fly to right. So we're going to go to the bottom of the first. And Turley pitching to a 7.6 ERA. And there's a strikeout for the first out. One out. Versailles was batting 397. And Lenny Green coming in hitting 250. One out, nobody on against Turley. And that's going to be trouble. That is a possible home run right here, 1-9. And they fall behind early again. The 61 Yankees struggling and now down 1-0 right off the bat here. And it'll bring up Killebrew, who's been hitting 355 with 5 homers early. Not here, though. He's going to strike out. So Turley's ERA hit 8 there before that at-bat. And Jim Lemon batting 328 with 4 homers is going to come up. And a 6-10 is just a ground out. Too short. So Kubek over to Skowron. We go second inning. Mantle up. Yankees now down 1-0. He's hitting 352. Just has the 3 homers, though. And that is a fly center field X, and that's going to be a base hit. Hard line drive to center. So Mantle's on. Let's try and create something here. He's 70% to steal if he can get the lead. Does not get the lead, though. And Skowron will bat. We're not going to go with a 5% safe chance. And Skowron will swing. And a 6-8, that's a possible triple, but it's only 1-2, so not looking too good. And a 19 takes care of that. It's the wrong end of the D20. Runner on first, 1 out for Johnny Blanchard, who's in the lineup today. He has not been starting, but he's in the lineup here, hitting 500, but he has not gone yard yet. Pedro Ramos, and he has now. Home run, Johnny Blanchard. That's what the 61 Yankees need. They need that long ball, and they take a 2-1 lead. So Blanchard inserted into the lineup for this game, and he comes through right away. Clete Boyer will now bat. And there's a shortstop X and a single plus an error. So Boyer to second. Versailles makes the error. Runner on second, 1 out for Richardson. So these are some of the breaks that they haven't been getting so far this season. There's a catcher card X and a pop out. So that's 2 out, runner on second, and the pitcher, Turley, up. Not much of a hitter, just has that lone walk on his card. He's going to have to do something pretty much on the pitcher's card. Ramos steals, and that's going to be a strikeout. So Blanchard gives him a 2-1 lead going bottom 2. Turley now has a lead, trying to get that 7.7 ERA down. Earl Batty batting 241, no homers. And that's a possible double, definitely a single. And that is a single right there. So he's on, not much speed. Turley not great holding runners on at +1. Bob Allison batting 357 with, is that 8 home runs? 4 or 5 struck him out. I mean, that's small print, but that looks like 8 homers already. Wow. We're only about 16 games into the season. Billy Gardner up, runner on first, 1 out, batting 279. And a 2-7 struck him out, 2 out. Runner still on first. Bertoya will bat. He's been hitting 385s to start the season. And that's a third base X, and Boyer takes care of that. Over to Skowron. We go to the third. 2-1 Yanks. Tony Kubek back up. He's 1 for 1, hitting 279. Ramos steals, center field X, and a base hit. So those X's have been hits so far for the Yankees. Runner on first, nobody out. Again, Lopez not much in the hit and run and bunt category. I'm going to let him swing. They really need to start putting hits together. That's how you get innings going. 5-9, struck him out, 1 out. That'll bring up Maris, looking for his 5th home run of the year. 5-12, second base X, and a base hit. So another X reading goes the Yankees' way. A sharp line drive, Kubek to second. Mantle up with 2 on and 1 out. Yankees with a chance to get some more runs here against Ramos. 5-9 is a fly to right, 2 out. Actually, it was left, I'm sorry. Fly to left, 2 out. First and second, Skowron up, batting 250. He has hit 1 home run. Yankees are going to need a clutch hit. Unfortunately, his clutch marks go the opposite way, so that will not be good, as this is a clutch situation. 4-6 struck him out. So Ramos with a good job. Gets out of that damage. 2-1 bottom 3, and he will lead it off. A little bit better hitter than Turley. And there you go. He's got a shot at a home run, 1-9 to tie the game. And he gets, well, it's going to be a possible rob. We're going to see now. This is a possible robbed home run because it's on the edge of the numbers. 1-7 is still going to be a homer. But it's a 10, and it's a great catch, and he's robbed. Pedro Ramos, the pitcher, gets robbed of a game-tying home run right there. And the score stays 2-1, and we go back to the top of the order. 1 out, nobody on. So a robbed home run right there. And there's a strikeout for the second out. 2 out, nobody on for Green. He's 1 for 1 in the game. And a 2-10's a ground at a first. So we're going to go to the fourth. And the Yankees still have that 2-1 lead thanks to that nice play. And Blanchard, who has the 2-run homer, will lead it off. And there's a 1-8, and that is a fly out to right, 1 out. And Clete Boyer will be up. 4-6 struck him out, 2 out. Ramos settling in. Bobby Richardson 0 for 1. 4-9, and there's a possible single. 1-8. Line out 9-20. And he lines out with a 10. Bottom 4, 2-1 Yanks. Same score that they had the last game where they lost 2-1. Killebrew will lead it off against Turley. ERA down in the 6s now. But that's a fly to left, X, and Lopez makes the play, 1 out. Jim Lemon, the batter. Looks like the Twins have been hitting home runs in this game. There's a strikeout. 2 out, nobody on for Batty. And a 1-6, and that's a base hit, could be a double. And it is a base hit, so he's on with 2 out. Not too much of a threat to steal, although not terrible. He's got a 13 if he gets the lead. 2 out runner on first. Allison with a lot of power so far this year, and he is trying to get the lead, but he doesn't get it. So Allison will bat. Looking at Allison's card, Looks like he's probably got a lot more home run stuff going on against lefties than righties, because he just has the 3.6 that I see. Oh, he has a 3.10 as well, and then a ballpark. There's a walk, first and second, 2 out for Billy Gardner. So here's a chance for the Twins to tie this game up. 4-11, and that's a left field X and a base hit. So this game is tied up. Base hit right there on a line shot to left. First and third, 2 out for Bertoya. Turley gives up the lead here in the fourth. And a 4-7 is a walk, and we're going to load him up. Bases are now loaded with 2 out. Does bring up the pitcher, Ramos, who almost homered last time up. 4-7, and they walk in a run. Turley walks the pitcher with the bases loaded, and it's 3-2 Twins, and this is what's been happening to the Yankees so far. Back to the top, bases loaded, 2 out, 4-6, fly to center. Gets out of it, but they lose the lead. Twins score 2, we go to the fifth, it's 3-2, and Turley will lead it off, and he will bat, so only the fifth inning. 4-8, popped them up to short, 1 out. Ramos getting under 5 ERA now, 4.97, and Tony Kubek will bat. He's 2 for 2 in the game. But there's the first time they get him. Grounder back to the pitcher. 2 out, nobody on for Hector Lopez. And a 6-5 struck him out. Bottom 5. Twins lead at 3-2. And Lenny Green will lead off against Bob Turley. Green's 1 for 2 in the game, and a 3-6 is an out. Fly ball left field. Lopez has been busy. 1 out. Brings up Killebrew. 5-7, base hit. Could be a double. Will he stretch it? He will not. Base hit for Killebrew with 1 out. Not a big threat to run here, so Jim Lemon will bat. Turley is in S7, starter 7. We're in the fifth here. 6-8, and that's trouble. That could be a triple. 1-6 for a triple. And it's a 13. It's a base hit. No triple, but the runner on first has the option to go to third, and he's going to stay at second. So first and second, 1 out. Killebrew going station to station. Turley in trouble. Can't give up any more runs. Earl Batty to batter. Can hit. 2-9 struck him out. So 2 out, first and second for Bobby Allison. Bob Allison, 352 average with those 8 homers. And a 5-9 shortstop X, big play, ground out. Kubek makes the play. That was big. That was an X reading that could change the game. 3-2, top of the 6th. Maris will lead it off. And a 5-5 is just a grounder to first. Killebrew takes care of it to Ramos. 1 out. Bring up Mantle. 3-8 struck him out. This Yankee team's going to start feeling some pressure if they can't start winning. 2 out, nobody on for Skowron. 2-8, ground ball right back to Ramos, and we're going to the bottom of the 6th. Twins hold on to the 3-2 lead. And Turley will face Gardner. Leading it off, he's 1 for 2, batting .286, and he grounds to Boyer at third, 1 out. That'll bring up Bertoya, who is 0 for 1 in the game. 3-9, and this is an actual home run chance. 1-5 for a homer, and a 7. He misses it. So that's going to be the second out. Deep fly ball to left, but Lopez gets it. And the pitcher, Ramos, will bat. And a 5-10 is a shortstop X. Kubek makes the play to Skowron. We go to the 7th. 3-2 Twins. Good game. Johnny Blanchard, the guy who's responsible for the 2 Yankee runs with a homer in the 2nd, will lead it off. Getting a start here today. 4-7. Base hit, center field. He's having a game. Happy to be in the lineup, and he's on first. Interestingly, he is a 20 if he gets the lead. So do we want to try it here? Cleat Boyer up. Yankees are struggling. Maybe they try and get that lead. He is 75% if he can get it. And he can't get the lead because I think it was only a 2 for the lead, so he is not going to attempt without the lead. Runner on first, nobody out for Boyer, who's swinging. And 1-7, and that's the double play ball. 2 out, nobody on. So they tried to get the lead, but they couldn't do it, and now Richardson will be up. 3-9, grounded to second. We go to the bottom of the seventh inning stretch time here in Minnesota. 3-2 Twins. Turley is a starter 7, so we got to keep our eyes on him as the lineup turns over again. Versailles 0 for 3, and he struck him out here. He's now 0 for 4. 1 out here in the bottom of the 7th. Lenny Green will bat. 5-9, and that's a shortstop X. Kubek makes the play. 2 out. Tony Kubek to Bill Skowron. That'll bring up the always dangerous Harmon Killebrew. He's in scoring position in the batter's box. And a 3-7, triple 1-6. Wow, I wonder how many triples did Killebrew have? And that's an 11. So he's going to fly out. So that's going to end the inning. We go to the 8th. It is 3-2 Twins. And we are going to have to pinch hit for Turley here against the righty Ramos. We got Yogi on the bench. Do we want to use him here, though? Or do we want to say, I'm going to use Gondor right now, leading off. And we might save Yogi for a different spot. But this guy can hit 2, so let's see what he's 1 for 67 this season, but he's only had a few at-bats. And there's a 1-6 and a double to left. And we have a chance to stretch it, but no, with nobody out, we're stopping at second. He's the tying run in scoring position already. So he's on second, does not have speed. So now the question is, do we want a run? I think I'm going to put Reed into run for him. So Reed is going to come into run now that he's on second as the tying run. Nobody out for Kubek. I could bunt him to third, but Kubek's a pretty good hitter against righties. I'm going to let him hit. We need a big hit. Kubek's going to bat top of the 8th inning, trying to tie this game up. And a 3-3 fouls out to first. 1 out. 1 out, runner on second for Lopez. Also not a bad hitter, but I'm wondering if I should consider using Yogi here. I'm going to use Yogi here. Yankees need a big hit. Yogi's going to come in a hit for Lopez. Tying run is on second. I was kind of hoping to get Yogi up with guys on base. Runner on second, 1 out. Yogi pinch hitting, batting .351 and with a homer. He was getting the day off, but he's in now. The Yankees need him to get a big hit. And a 5-6 struck him out on the pitcher's card, so he cannot get his column. And it's 2 out, runner on second, and it's up to Maris, batting .193 with 4 homers. Ramos deals to Maris, 2-8, walked him. Walked him. First and second, it's going to be up to the Mickey Mantle. Mickey Mantle first and second, 2 out, batting .351 with 3 homers. Yankees down by a run. They're a game under 500. They need to win a game. And Ramos is looking in at Mickey Mantle, batting left-handed here in Minnesota. 6-7, second base X, and a ground out to Gardner ends the inning, and that has been the Yankee season so far. All right, we're going to put Yogi in left. And who do they have coming up? Oh, shoot. All right, let me save this. It's not letting me save it now. All right, I wanted to see their lineup. They're not letting me see the lineup. That is not nice. All right, where are we? Who are we going to put in here without seeing the lineup? Down a run. They really need to win this game. They haven't had much chance to close any games. I don't know. Maybe I'll use Arroyo in a little bit of a different role, but they can't give up any more runs, and they got to try and win this game. I'm going to let him try and hold this game at 3-2. So Arroyo's going to come in bottom 8th. It's 3-2. He just hasn't had a lot of work because they haven't been saving games. So he's going to come in here and face Jim Lemon. You could see Arroyo just hasn't been pitching. 4-5, and that's a base hit. Could be, should be a double. It's 1-16, but it's a 19, and a break for the Yankees there as Lemon singles. It looked like he was going to get a double. Runner on first. Nobody out. Arroyo is -4 holding runners on. Good bunters, so corners are in. The computer has corners in, and I was going to do that anyway, so corners are in. He is swinging, though, and another 4-5, and another double chance. And another 19, another base hit. So twice they missed the double there. But it's going to be first and third, nobody out. Now we're going to have to bring the infield in. And again, the computer already ahead of me got the infield in. And it's going to be Arroyo to Allison. First and third, nobody out. 1-9 struck him out. 1 out. Big strikeout. So now we got first and third, 1 out. See if Billy Gardner is going to bat. I'm sure he will be. He is a nice column 1 against lefties. Do they have the infield in? Just double check here. They're going through the runners. They do have the infield in. So first and third, 1 out. Infield in, trying to cut this run off. And a 6-6 is a grounder to short. And with the infield in, do they hold the runner? They just hold the runner at third and get the out at first. So Kubek goes to first to Skowron. They get the out for the second out. They hold the runner at third. Runner on first goes to second. So now it's second and third, 2 out for Bertoya. Where are they in their lineup? Pitcher up next? Pitcher's up next. But I think I'm going to go after Bertoya because they could pinch hit with the bases loaded. I'm going to try and get Bertoya. Second and third, 2 out. And we're going to try and let Arroyo get Bertoya. And a 4-9, and he struck him out. Oof. Had to dodge that column 4, but he gets him. And we're going to go to the 9th, 3-2. Ramos has thrown 8 innings, and it looks like he's over his pitch count. He is a starter 7. Skowron will bat against him here to lead it off. He's 0 for 3 in the game. And a 3-6 struck him out. 1 out. Yanks down to their last 2 outs. So now it's Blanchard, who of course will hit. He has the 2-run homer. He also has a base hit as well. Leaving Ramos in, 2-7. Grounder to second. 2 out. Down to their last out. It's Boyer. Let me just double check my bench and see if I want to do anything here. We don't have much. I mean, we have Thomas. He was a 285 hitter. Hit 24 homers. So I think I might just take a shot with Thomas here. Don't know if they're going to leave Ramos in, but Thomas is going to come in. 3-2 Minnesota. Thomas coming in to pinch hit against Ramos. He's hitting .333 on the season. 2 out, nobody on. Yankees facing going down to 7-9 and 2 under if they cannot come back. Here we go. Ramos staying in for the complete game. 4-6. Oh, it's only a single 1. Odds against the Yankees. 2-20, and that is a line out, and that is the ball game. Ramos, complete game, only gave up the 2-run home run to Blanchard, and the Twins win this game 3-2. Kubek went 2 for 4. Blanchard, of course, had the 2 for 4 in the home run. Gonder had that big double pinch hitting. On the other side, of course, Lemon 2 for 4. Batty went 3 for 4. And we look at some of these other stats. Green had the home run. Blanchard, of course, had the home run. And there are the pitching lines. Ramos, 9 innings, 8 hits, 2 runs, 1 walk, 8 strikeouts. Gets his ERA down to 4.28. Turley didn't pitch badly. 6 hits, 7 innings, 3 runs. Did get his ERA down, believe it or not, to 6.57. Arroyo came in, got out of trouble. But it was not enough, and the Yankees go 2 games under 500 as they continue to struggle to score runs here in the 61 season. All right, thanks for watching.